Greetings. Today I want to speak to you concerning sacrificing everything to I am and why you need to sacrifice everything to I am, which is your higher self. Now, as you know, I always teach you to believe in yourself and to look within yourself, for the kingdom of God is within you. And I always teach you also that the name of God, according to Exodus chapter 3, is I am. For the universal question of life would always be, who am I? And when the answer comes, it must be, I am. I am that I am. Which is to say, I am whatever I believe myself to be, for as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Therefore, it is to I am you must sacrifice everything. Now, whenever you read in the Bible about sacrifices, especially when it speaks about animal sacrifice, it is speaking about sacrificing your animal self, or bringing your animal self, which is your limited self, your carnal self, your ego self, bringing it under that place of subjection, bring it under the place of control, so that you'll be able to bring pleasure to the God that is within you, or the higher life that is within you. So when you read, for example, in 1 Kings chapter 3, where he speaks about Solomon, and they refer to Solomon as the wisest man, I want to say to you that true wisdom will really teach you how to sacrifice your lower self, how to put your lower self under subjection, so that you live from your higher self, which is the true self, the true essence, your God self, the self of you that is limitless, the self of you that is spirit, because you're spirit having a human experience. So my brother, my sister, if you want to prosper, if you want to grow, if you want to expand, if you want to change your life from poverty to prosperity, if you want more money in your life, if you want to increase your bank account, anything at all that you so desire in this world to make your life better, you have that power within you, but you have to sacrifice everything to your higher self. You have to sacrifice everything to I am. So there are many things that we would have learned from our childhood growing up, and many beliefs that we would have taken on that we were very much ignorant about, and we have to surrender all of these things. We all were raised to have certain belief based on what was taught to us in the school system. That too must be sacrificed. Our political mindset must be sacrificed. Also, our limited mindset must be sacrificed. All our doubts and all our fears, they are of the animalistic realm that must be sacrificed. So when it tells you that Solomon burnt offerings, sacrifices unto the Lord, it's speaking about unto I amness, because Solomon is actually son in man, the light in you. When you discover the light in you, you sacrifice everything to your higher self. And you will come into a place of affluence. You come into a place that you can refer to as a golden age in your life, a place of joy, peace, happiness, and prosperity. A place where you are wise, where you are more actualized, a more actualized person. You have more discernment, you have more understanding. You know, understanding how the mind works. And you now start realizing that you're a spiritual scientist walking by spiritual laws, because you're for spirit having a human experience. You realize also that the kingdom of God is within you. Therefore, it is within you would look for all the answers of life, and you would be willing to sacrifice all of the animalistic things that were taught to you. And these things that are animalistic are the limiting beliefs that was given to you. So yes, my brother, my sisters, whenever you read the Bible, you're going to read the Bible with a different understanding, knowing that the Bible adjusts the human mind. Yes, the human mind, and must be interpreted psychologically. You would understand that the Bible is not a religious book. It is not what the clergy tells you. It is not what your parents told you also. It's all about the mind. And you have to be in control of your mind, to control your destiny, to control your life, to how you really want it to be. So I hope whatever I am saying here to you, my brother, my sister, it makes sense to you, that you would know that you will have to sacrifice a lot of ways that you do not like about yourself, that would not help you to grow, and that would not help you to expand. And as you get rid of those animalistic ways of thinking or acting, you would realize that your life keep getting better and better and better, because you would realize that there's no one to change but self. You will not be blaming others for your mistakes or for your circumstances, because you realize that you're the one who are creating them. That's why you have to definitely destroy the ego. You will have to definitely sacrifice that lower place of existence. So we all must kill the animalistic self. We must. And we must burn it. We must bring it under the fire of enlightenment that burns and purifies. Because there must be a purification before you can come into your godhood, before you can come into the place of prominence. Like, for example, when you read out the story of Joseph, who was sold into slavery, Joseph being the dreamer. You are Joseph, the dreamer, the one who have goals and the one who have dreams. And others cannot see your goals and your dreams, but you can see them. Why? Because they haven't sacrificed their animalistic self as yet. But you have subject yourself to the dreamer, because the dreamer in man is God. That's your subconscious that never sleeps, that never rests. So when you sacrifice the objective mind, which is the mind that sees all of these objects on the outside, that seems to be stumbling block because you're dwelling on the outer realm, you realize when you sacrifice that, then you will come into the place of the subjective mind, the place of the subconscious mind. You're living from that realm, the realm of possibilities, where you can do and be whatever you assume yourself to be. Because you realize, as a man thinketh in his heart, which is his subconscious mind, as a man thinketh in his subconscious mind, so is he. We become what we think about most of the time. So my brother, my sisters, you must sacrifice everything to I am. Because that's your true self, that's your true nature. And that's the name of God, as I would have said. And you can never say I am and not referring to yourself. You must know that I am the way, the truth, and the life. And you're speaking of yourself. You must know that I am the resurrection, and you're speaking of yourself. You must know what it means when you say be still and know that I am God. And you know when you speak these words, you can never say I am and not referring to yourself. So my brother, my sisters, to sacrifice, when you see the word sacrifice, and you see it in the Old Testament especially, where they're saying you're sacrificing unto the Lord, it is you bringing all the animalistic way of thinking, or the limited way of thinking under subjection. You destroying it, getting rid of it out of your life. And now you start to live a life with a different vision, with a different outlook on life, a different understanding. Life now starts to make sense to you and have meaning to you. Your life now start having meaning because you now start to vibrate in that place of your purpose, in that place of your calling, because you now start to exercise your mind, because you now start to understand there's only two ways you can suffer in this world. You can either suffer physically or psychologically, and you realize that you have to fix the psychological side of your being if you want to enjoy good health and wealth and prosperity in this life, because your health is your wealth. And when you are in a good mindset, that is good health also. Because for example, if a physical fact can produce a psychological state, then a psychological state can produce a physical fact. Learn that, get that to the back part of your head, and let it resonate right there. Never forget it. So every time you see a physical fact and it makes you feel a certain way psychologically speaking, then you would really realize that a psychological state can definitely produce a physical fact, and work with that. So my brother, my sisters, it's all about self-sacrifice. There must be some form of sacrifice. For example, a doctor has to sacrifice a certain amount of years before he can practice. A dentist has to sacrifice a certain amount of years before he can practice. Everyone has to sacrifice a certain amount of time before they can operate as a master in their profession or in whatever they are giving to humanity. Okay, there must come a time when you must master your art. Okay, and as I said before, there must be sacrifice. There wouldn't have been a Michael Jordan if there wasn't a certain level of sacrifice. There wouldn't be all of these Olympians creating records and breaking records if there wasn't a certain amount of sacrifice. Certain amount of sacrifice must be done. Sometimes you have to sacrifice your time and social media. You have to sacrifice your time from the distractions, whether is it the soap operas or the television shows or the news. Anything that would distract you, anything that would keep you limited, anything that would keep you in the realm of fear, you have to sacrifice it. You have to get rid of it if you want to win. So my brother, my sister, sacrifice all to I am. Sacrifice everything to I am. Many people will say that they will sacrifice everything to a God, a deity, or some power outside of themselves. But I'm saying to you, the power is within you. That's why you have to humble yourself. And he that humbleth himself will be exalted. But he who exalts himself will be abased. He will be brought down low. So my brother, my sisters, look to self. Call upon self and believe in yourself, which is your higher self, but you must first die to your lower self. So as I come to a close here, I just want to end here by saying to you that there are only three systems that have been set up in the world to keep you in your lower self, which is the educational system, the political system, and the religious system. And as long as you could sacrifice all of these systems and believe in self-government, self-rule, and you realize that you are your own authority and you take authority over your life by taking authority over your mind, you would be a winner. Nothing in this world will be able to stop you. Will accomplish all your goals and all your dreams, because all things are possible to you. Because you learn to believe in yourself, you learn to accept yourself, and you surrender, you submit, you sacrifice everything to I am. And you live from the spirit world and not from the physical world. Because you realize thoughts become things. You realize that God in man is man's imagination. That everything in this world, it was first imagined, it was first a thought, it was first an idea, and that motivates you. That gives you the tenacity to push on in believing in yourself. And you set your goals big. There's magic in thinking big, and there's magic in believing. Keep believing in yourself. Write down your goals, write down your dreams. Do not think about how or when it's going to be done. Just believe it. Read it morning, noon, and night. Repeat it morning, noon, and night. apply the law of repetition until you can impress whatever you are believing upon your subconscious mind, and the harvest will come. This is the greatest message that you will ever receive in this lifetime. The message of self-realization. And Matthew chapter 6 and 22 tell you that if I be single, yes, if I be single, single I, I'm speaking the single I message of self-realization. If I be single, that your whole body be full of light, you become enlightened, you become illumined, okay? If I'm saying it all right, you become illuminated. You become one of the illumined ones. So my brother, my sisters, and that's how you would see the light shining on the outside. And you will understand what it really means when it says, let your light so shine before the world, that they may behold your good works. You will bring forth in your life. You will produce in your life. You will not be like the fig tree that doesn't bring forth. No, you will be bringing forth. You'll be seeing changes in your life. You'll be seeing favors taking place in your life. Whatever job, whatever thing you involve in, it's going to multiply, you're going to grow, you're going to expand, and you're going to bring more in your life. You're going to grow in every way. And never back down from having that burning desire to prosper in every way, to prosper financially, to prosper emotionally, socially, in every way. Because many people try to shy away from seeing themselves being rich and having lots and lots of money and wealth and riches. When riches and abundance is your birthright, grab hold of your birthright by sacrificing everything to I am. And as I said before, when you realize this message of self-realization, you will realize that the sun, as in the sun in the sky, that rises each and every day in purpose and shines upon everything, and whatever it shines upon, it brings forth in abundance. And you too can bring forth in abundance when you align yourself with that sun that is above you and the sun that is within you, knowing that you are light. So when you get in that alignment, you will understand Matthew 6:22 that says, if I be single, your whole body will be full of light. That's why I always say to you that the sun parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the sun. For without the sun, as in the SUN, there is no life and there is no light. And without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. And you're told that the Lord thy God is a sun in Psalms 84 and 11. The Lord thy God is a sun, a SUN and a shield, and the good thing with he withhold from you. Common sense will teach us the Son has never withhold any good thing from humanity, for the Son is what powers all of humanity and give all of humanity its energy. In Malachi chapter 4 verses 2 also, you're told that the Son, the SUN, of righteousness shall arise where? In you, with healing in his wings. And when that Son is risen in you, it is the all-seeing eye that have been risen in you, because you would have had an awakened imagination. And you will understand that imagination creates reality. And that is why they have the symbol of your imagination on the money as the eye above the pyramid. And many people think it's the all-seeing eye of some wicked entity outside of themselves, but it's the all-seeing eye of God in you. It is the sun that will rise above your head. When you have the birth from above, you will see the dawning of a new day in your own life. It's the rising of the sun and the setting of the sun. The light. So get in touch with the light that is within you. But first of all, you must sacrifice everything to your higher self, your sun self. So with that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to say to you, if this is the very first time that you're listening to me, what I'm saying, it makes sense to you, really resonates with you, and you haven't subscribed already, I encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. Also, if you would like to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram at BlackMadGuru. And if you're feeling strongly led to support this work, always follow your gut feeling, always believe in your intuition, always trust your intuition. Don't trust me, trust your intuition. Let your gut feeling speak to you. And if you feel led to support this work, we have a PayPal and the link is down below. Check it out if you feel led to support this work. Also, we have a Patreon, and on that Patreon, I have a course called the Inner Sun Engineering, or the Inner Sun Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Consciously. And it's all about what I would have just said to you a while ago about aligning yourself with the sun and being in purpose. It is you acknowledging that power that is within you and believing in that power that is within you and putting your imagination to work to prove everything that I am saying to you. So these messages that I have on my Patreon is to help to motivate you, to encourage you to become a doer and not just a hearer, because you have to practice. You have to practice by using visualization. You have to practice by doing affirmation. You have to practice by going to bed more consciously and waking up more consciously. You have to practice by understanding how powerful it is to put trust in your subconscious mind, and how to impress that right feeling on your subconscious mind, how to connect your heart with your brain, and how to have heartful meditation or visualization, vibrating from the heart, getting into the feeling even before. Awake the sun that is within you. So if you feel strongly led to be a part of that Patreon also, I will definitely encourage you to do so. If you cannot afford $20, there's far much more information that is even there for those who are donating whatever, how much ever they can afford. It's available for you. The information is there for each and everyone to grow and to expand. It's all about just being a doer. That's the main thing. It doesn't matter about how much information. It's all about application. So with that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to thank you very much. I think I was said more than enough. I want to say peace. Love you all. I'm out.